After a group of delinquent friends pull a prank on their principal during their senior year, the principal retaliates by introducing a system that tracks their every movement. Film fans YouTube, hello and welcome back to the channel. I am Josh, your Movie Apprentice, and today I am continuing my BFI London Film Festival 2024 reviews with Happy End. Every year I go to London Film Festival, there is always one film that surprises me that ends up being a top tier movie for me, a massive surprise. Last year it was Gasoline Rainbow, the year before that it was Next Sohee, and this year that film is Happy End, directed by Sora. Starring Ayumu Nakajima, Yukito Hidaka, and Shina Peng, Happy End for me is a coming of age tale that really hits all the right notes. Because unlike a lot of slice of life movies where the main group always seem to be these model students, these really nice individuals, the fact that the film focuses on a delinquent group that sneak into raves, that literally have a room in the school they have graffitied up and completely destroyed as their own private clubhouse, as they constantly stick one up to the faculty. That is something that I thought really helped this film in a big way, because it's not your standard coming of age movie. This tells a story of five friends who want the good times to last forever, but naturally they will not. And it shows them dealing with their own personal things and slowly drifting apart and changing as people over the course of their senior year. This is a film that fleshes out its main five characters. Now, there are two that it mainly focuses on, but it doesn't let the other three sink to the background too much. They very much have their own problems. From a Chinese heritage student who honestly struggles with her identity as she struggles to communicate with her grandfather, having been born and bred in Japan despite her Chinese heritage. There is the Joker that spends his whole time just basically being the funny one because he doesn't have much gifted ability. There is a Korean member of the group that is constantly challenged on his, well, his quite frankly, his immigration status and whether he's allowed to be in Japan by cops at every opportunity. And that's one thing that really helps elevate this film, because it was nice to see a film that really acknowledged and dived into the overwhelming racist problem that Japan does have within itself. Whilst we all see it as this cultural juggernaut, it does have a problem with racism, and to see that implemented in this film throughout the runtime was very engaging. And I'm hoping that those that see this see it as an eye-opening experience. It's a very real thing that is going on. There's a lot of political themes that go off in this as well. The security system in the school that literally facial tracks all the students and basically knocks points off them for the most minor of things naturally will cause an uproar, and there's a very authoritarian way to run a school, and that element was really engaging as well. The cinematography in this I thought was outstanding for what it was conveying. Why it doesn't do these out of the blue amazing shots that you might see in big budget Hollywood movies? It utilizes the frame expertly. Even in wide shots, you know exactly where the focus are, and that is driven by how well these shots are lit and how engaging the performances on screen are. The shots and the performances complement each other really well. I think my favorite shot in this is after a little bit of a disagreement between two characters. It cuts to a shot that shows their two shadows being reflected by a light in a dark warehouse. I don't know why, but that shot for me was the shot of the movie. But there are several other shots that work really well as well. There's a conversation between two characters about another character in the group that goes, they assume, unheard by the individual, but a cut to a wide shot showing them literally round the corner listening in. It added an element of gravitas to the film's runtime. Now, I'm not gonna lie, it will not be for everyone this film, but for me, this ticks all my boxes. I love a coming of age film. I love a film that makes commentary on things that are going on within that particular society. I love films that have these challenging themes. I love films with strong characters. The fact that we have these five well-defined members of the friendship group, as well as a couple other well-defined people in the film, I think that just adds a number of levels, because there are so many films out there that will focus on two or three characters and all the side characters are paper thin. This one makes sure to at least give each and every character a bit of fleshed out time. And I will say as well that bring back freeze frame endings. This film opens with a freeze frame title card and it ends with a freeze frame. And there's something so impactful that really bookends the contents of the film. I feel like more films should be doing that. I just love this natural evolution of this group of friends. They are tight at the beginning, but over the course, they are looking to the future. They are looking at what they want to do. They are looking at their limitations. And while some are looking forward and changing as people, others want to very much stay in the good times, in the fun times of no responsibility. I think we have all had that. If we think back to our school days, we can all pinpoint who we were in that group. And I thought that was really massively well done. And there are some lines of dialogue that really hit the nail on the head when it comes to what the future holds. There is a casual phrase exchanged between some members of the cast, and in the moment, that is literally a throwaway thing that you don't think much of, but in the context of the future, those small little exchanges can mean absolutely everything. And seeing this group of kids being aware of how limited their time together is and how there are things that will likely change in the future, I just love how this culture is always aware of the future. It is a great movie. I adored this movie. It had me tight in the chest. Happy End is just my kind of movie. Will it be everyone's kind of movie? No. But for me personally, this is a coming of age film that ticks all my boxes and dives masterfully into several little themes that I really appreciated. And I implore everyone to at least give this film a shot. Because if you broaden your horizons on cinema, you will find some amazing stories out there. Before I get into my grade, if you like what you're seeing on the channel, click the like button and subscribe for more video reviews that's coming all the time. Without further ado, let's grade this. Happy End is a coming of age tale that I went into purely because it was Asian cinema. Didn't know anything about it going into, and whilst I do have some questions on how this prank was pulled off, the way it utilizes political themes, as well as just going into the natural growth people go through in their senior year of school when they come to realize just how big that future is that they have to look forward to and what they might have to leave behind. Great performances and brilliant cinematography from start to finish. Happy End is something that I don't feel like people should miss. I'm going to have to say that for me, Happy End is a perfect cup of tea. So Happy End. If you get a chance to see it, let me know what you thought down in the comments below. If you like what's on the channel, make sure you click the like button and subscribe for more video reviews that's coming all the time. And coming up next, we're going to be looking at Blitz, starring Saoirse Ronan, directed by Steve McQueen, as well as Night Bitch, starring Amy Adams, so stay tuned for those. And until next time, I am Josh, I have been Movie Apprentice, and I'll see you all in the next video.